in that.
This is the best interview I've ever done.
Oh.
We're here with Sully at the Sully booth at the boutique guitar section, and Sully's going to walk us through his very pretty looking guitars.
Yes. Yes, I will. Let's do that now.
He's very enthusiastic.
I'm so enthusiastic. Yes, let's do that.
Welcome to NAMM.
This is, this is a big pointy V. We call it the Concorde. Now that's going to raise a lot of eyebrows. It even says so. It's got a name tag. So now you know it's a Concorde. This was a shape that I had a lot of trepidation because, like, Randy is my guy. And I have a very fortunate enough to have a close friendship with Grover Jackson. And I designed this initially for fun for NAMM 2020. We had a champagne sparkle one. And I reached out to him and I said, so I've got this idea. Let me know how you feel about it. I'm totally fine with not doing this. And he said, no, yeah, you should. And, well, why don't you call it the Concorde?
Wow.
So, here we are.
If Grover Jackson tells you that you kind of have to.
He's kind of my dad. So this one is super fancy pants. One of the things that is not super evident about the Concorde is that while it does not have bevels, that is very evident, it has a very subtle radius top, so you don't miss it. It's subtle, like the B in the word subtle. So this one, mahogany body, quilt maple top. It's got our Concorde inlays, which are kind of fun and fancy. We've got a flame maple neck.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and again, the aforementioned name tag. We like to put the jack on the back because it's out of your way. So doing that makes this a much more complicated guitar to make. But I do that because I care about you. And I care about you. Even though you don't have one of these yet, because I'm holding it. Anyway, our newest model is Astro. And we kind of named it after Brian May for maybe obvious reasons. And so it's a black limbo body. We're going to do a few different versions of this. This is the second one that exists. So I kind of have a thing with, like, if you're going to make some prototypes, like, make the thing. Don't worry about the bells and whistles. Just make it, bring it, put it out in the universe, if you will. Manifest it. Reach deep inside of you. I'm sorry. So black limbo body, flat top. It's got a forearm contour. It's got a super sculpty little neck joint because clunky neck heels are for jerks. Again, roasted maple neck. It's a rad guitar.
Looks good.
These two are our flagship models, the 71 Trella. So I'll make this a fast-ish story for those that aren't. If you're still watching, thank you. You're really nice. You look great today. And I know that you were a little concerned about maybe wearing that outfit, if you could pull it off or not. I'm here to tell you, nice work. So I always wanted the classic American single cut as a young child. You're wearing a Kiss necklace. I have an Ace Frehley tattoo. We have that in common. I've had a few of them, and I never kept any of them. Not because they were bad guitars. We were talking about the old YouTube channel. Some of you, I found a basket case Les Paul Studio, and I'm like, I'm gonna make it my own. I'm gonna make it real, whatever. Finished the guitar, it was fine. It wasn't what I wanted. I realized it was a scale length. I grew up with 25.5 scale, and you'd think that I could adapt to things, but no. So we started there. It's 25.5 scale. It has a neck heel that...
There isn't a neck heel.
Right, it's comfortable. Because again, I like you. I want you to be able to play. I want to make guitars that look good, sound good, and get out of your way. Because that's really what it should be. It's got a carved top. We've got our own pickups. It's split coils. This actually splits nicely, so it's a split you'll actually use. The headstock won't snap if you look at it funny, so that's nice. It's Pelham blue, but we'll call it Trellum blue because that's fun wordplay. And then the pinstripes. So while this was all very
straight,
well, evocative of maybe a guitar hero of mine, the pinstripes, we adapted it.
Yeah.
Subtle, again, maybe like the B in subtle. So speaking of subtle, then we have this in our fun candy floss finish. It's a quilt top. You've seen them before. This is a nice quilt top. You've probably seen that too. But it doesn't mean that we can't look at it and enjoy it now. Same kind of thing, mahogany body. This has a mahogany neck. It's got a little bit of a quilty bit in there because that's fun. Super comfy to play, stainless steel frets. All of our customs are plecked because that's nice. And now, for anyone that used to watch the Sully's Guitar Garage videos, I'm going to talk directly to you. You might be thinking, or actually, even if you didn't, you're not dead to me, but you might be thinking, well, if you knew how to do fretwork, you wouldn't need a pleck machine. And you know what? That's true. But the nice thing, did that seem smarmy? I don't mean to be smarmy. But the nice thing is that the pleck machine, well, we have access to one. I don't have one. I'm not balling like that. But we have access to one. So it's nice that I can take a bunch of guitars at the assembly state. We take them to go get plecked. I can go back to sanding, woodwork, running the machine, running the business, fixing my hair. And then I know it's taken care of. You know, we still have to clean up after the machine, clean it up and make sure that it's good, but it's one less thing that I have to worry about. Because if I'm trying to make really nice guitars for you nice people to play, I want to make the best ones that I can, and that helps me do that. So,
Plaque is good.
It is. It's bad for your teeth. Oh, that's plaque. Never mind. So we were talking about this neck through Raven before we started filming. So we won't continue.
No, we're done.
It makes you just want to play Rat songs, doesn't it?
That's the Rat riffs guitar. It's
Rat and roll for life. And so this one, this is nitro, and it's checked, and it's fun, and it's a vibe, and I like them. And it's another one of those things like, does it cost an extra if you drag it behind your truck? Yes, but I don't have a truck.
We were talking about the Floyd because
yeah.
it's a little bit different.
So that's a non-fine tuning Floyd. That's how, like the original Floyds didn't have fine tuners on them. I like to use them as a 2-point trem without a locking nut, especially for Ravens, because there are many different non-locking trems out there, like the Godot 510 and countless others. But something like this, it needs a Floyd.
And the visuals like that, that's if you put a Godot on that or something, it looks good and it does the same job, but it doesn't look like that.
He said earlier, if I put a Godot 510 on it, he would punch me right in the neck. So,
fake news.
Glad I didn't.
Who do you believe?
So these are our Fancy Pants custom guitars in the Fancy Pants Boutique Guitar Showcase. I forgot to wear my fancy pants. I'm actually not wearing any. You know that I am. But you can tell I'm very caffeinated, and that's...
This is the best interview I've ever done.
Oh, sweet. Let's cut there.
All right, well, that was Sully Guitars.